Well, community members at the University of Washington are banding together to support one of their own. Former football player Dan Milstein is fighting for his life after a stage 4 cancer diagnosis. Fox 13's Ethan McReynolds has more on Dan's story and the hundreds of people backing him.
Despite his playing days at UW being cut short because of a leg injury that ended his football career, Tacoma native Dan Milstein left a lasting impact. And now that he's in the fight of his life, his support system is coming out in full force as they band together behind one of the good guys.
He's always put other people first, and we want to return the favor because he's always taking care of us, and we want to make sure that we take care of him and his beautiful family.
Back in January, Milstein and his family were given devastating news. The 42-year-old husband and father of 2 was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer and neuroendocrine metastatic carcinoma, which is terminal. The cancer has spread aggressively and has kept Dan in the hospital on and off for weeks at a time.
You know him as this big, strong guy, and this horrible disease comes, and it comes so fast. We're trying to slow it down to where he can take some treatments, hopefully that can continue to prolong his life and give him more times with his wife and his boys. Only 6 and 8 years old. They're little athletes and they're little Dans. I see his legacy in his boys, and I want to make sure that they get as much time with him as possible. It's one of those things where it's so damn unfair. It just pisses you off, because it seems like it happens, unfortunately, to sometimes the best people.
Jordan Reffett, a teammate of Dan's at UW, started a GoFundMe to make sure Dan and his family were taken care of during this time of need. He and the family have been blown away by the support. More than 500 donations have come in over 2 weeks, with that number increasing by the day.
What's been so awesome about this whole experience is to show Dan and really his loved ones about how special Dan was to all of us, and to the Husky community, and really to everyone that has donated. It's almost like where we can't even talk about it without getting emotional, because from a $5 donation to a $5,000 donation, it's been overwhelming. It's really been one of those things that really kind of gets you that feeling of your faith in humanity's back, because if anybody deserves it, it's Dan Milstein.
After a first round of chemotherapy, Dan's liver function has improved, allowing for him to take in more medicine. He began another round of chemo on Sunday, with the hope being that he can return home in the next week or so. If you're looking to support Dan and his family, we have a link to their GoFundMe on our website, fox13seattle.com. Back to you.